Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of FPL Kopi Talks, where three gentlemen come together to talk about FPL, the game we love. I'm Anwar, the FPL casual.
I'm ABK, the loyalist to the club that's sitting on the fourth place at the moment.
Wow, fourth. And I am Luqman, the not so sensible one. Happy New Year, boys.
Yeah,
Happy New
that
Year!
wildcard,
We'll talk about it. Talk about it later.
turn around was not a sensible decision. Yeah, but I just want to say that the past few weeks hasn't been great. I've been having shipping problems. Or I don't really want to attend for the pod.
No, usually
Speaking-
what comes after a shipping problem, right? It's a couple of good weeks. That's what I experienced.
Anwar,
Anyway, I hope you
It's been a
guys-
while, bro.
Yeah, I hope you guys haven't missed me too much.
I kind of
Friday
missed
morning.
the intro, bro. Like our intro, me and Luqman quite monotonous. We need someone
It's okay,
to
it's okay.
to give the
No,
punch,
maybe
bro.
need to go for vocal lessons.
Yeah, so how you been, Anwar? It's been a while now. How are you?
I'm good. 7 days in KL. I think that was one of the most shag holidays I've ever been to, man. It was damn tiring because I'm lugging around 2 kids, and I think the whole holiday was centered
care of
around them. So my wife and I didn't even like we thought we could squeeze in like half a day to shop, but we didn't even get time to shop for ourselves. So most of the
7
time
days
was
got
just
no time. Wow.
yeah, no time to shop, man. Like the only day we had was like the Monday rest day between Sunway and KL.
Okay.
And that day we
Kuala
just like
Lumpur.
slept the afternoon away. Yeah, so I'm fully recovered. I'm fully recharged. I'm more than happy to come back. I should have woken up on Friday morning. There would have been good banter, but lucky for ABK, was too tired for that.
Yeah, you should hear these two guys. Insufferable. I need Kenny or Darren around. But just now they were
I think
singing,
they don't
we are
want-
the top of the league. We're gonna win the league. Insufferable, man. Cannot.
I
I need
mostly
someone
don't know,
to.
bro.
Win the league.
Someone to accompany me through this pod.
Anyway, BK, how are you, man? How's your... Where were you, man? Were you
Yeah.
at,
I've been traveling
Madeira?
Portugal. It's also been quite a busy 1.5 weeks for me. But I was all along on the pod lah. So I think maybe if you don't hear so many stats from me, I think even now like I haven't really been catching up with football and FPL so much because I've been on the road lah. Yeah. So hopefully better weeks to come lah. But today also I'm a bit still.
Where have you been?
I've been
Yeah,
to
how's-
Madeira. I think
Madeira.
that was when we first spot the first time, and then after that we went to Porto, and then the last one was in Lisbon. So just all around Portugal, basically. Yeah.
Alright.
Anyway, thanks Luqman for carrying the pod the last 3 podcasts. I think you did most of the groundwork for the last 3 pods,
Yeah,
including
no
your
issues.
wildcard draft, which I think a lot of people followed, but you surprised us with
The
your
only person that
own
didn't follow was you.
wildcard. and
I
I
will
just want to
explain
say,
myself.
I just want to say one thing. Like, we were supposed to pod in KL. Could have been me and you in the toilet, man.
What? Why?
But then
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean, we were
yeah,
supposed to
yeah.
pod in KL, but then you
Correct.
cancelled your trip because of
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll try one day. Maybe we go down to Barcelona and we'll record a pod there before he flies off to Sweden.
Our first ever
Or we
physical
meet
pod.
halfway,
Maybe I can meet Anwar for the first time.
Or we meet halfway
Okay,
in
okay.
Dubai or something.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good idea.
Okay.
Dubai
So shall
pod.
we start proper?
Like, okay. So before that, you guys know what to do. If you guys are listening to this, if you haven't followed us on any of our socials, we are on all the socials: IG, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and X.
Yep, new year, new us. We've got great plans ahead. If you're listening to Spotify, the basic thing to do here right now is to show us some love. If you haven't, to follow and subscribe, and give us that 5-star rating to help us reach out to more listeners out there.
Also, if you haven't, do join our Telegram group where we're running our FPL Prize League. We also interact with our community here. This is where we discuss and have all the different banters that we've been having. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to today's pod. Without further ado, grab your beverage of choice. This is episode 98, Just More. I don't know what that is, but let's get into it.
Just more.
Bos, kopi O1 bos.
You're listening to FPL Kopi Talks.
It's Freddie Youngberg again. Push out by Bartes. Wilson!
Right
here. Right now.
Tall Grande Venti, where we put our purely biased, highly opinionated ratings of this game week. So usually the lowest will go first, right? But since I'm going to explain my wildcard, right, I think I will go last. Okay, I will just go last because it might take quite a bit. So I think EBK, you go first.
Yep. So I think my team did decently. I followed Luqman's advice to get Haaland out once we knew that Haaland was not playing. So I took Haaland out of my team and I swapped it with Alvarez. So generally, I would say it's a good week for me in terms of FPL. But second time, 2 defeats in a row for Arsenal. I think that was what hurt my week. So I think I'll put it as a tall week this week. Yeah, so I listened to Luqman's advice. I put in Alvarez for Haaland, and then I decided that since I have already have the money to upgrade to TAA, I'll make that move. So and Shaw was also in doubt. So what I did was I moved from Shaw to TAA. Yeah, so I kept Salah in my team, and that was good because he did this final haul for us before he left for the AFCON. So that was nice. Yeah. So anyway,
But you didn't cap him.
I did. No. I listened to you, bro. You say Alvarez, no? You know, I don't know whether I don't know whether you.
I don't think.
You did mention Captain Salah. You did mention Captain Salah.
I did, bro.
You don't trust
Salah,
Luqman. I did a poll, right? Like, who should I bring out? He asked me to bring in Bruno Fernandes. He's the only one who told me to bring in Bruno Fernandes. This guy out
That
to
was for fun,
sabotage
bro.
everyone, man.
Because I
Okay, yeah. So
Okay.
my overall ranking, I think it was 1.7 million. Now I'm up to about 1.5 million. Not so great, but I think slowly we'll get there. I think we have a question later on how we can improve our score. I think someone they have a similar ranking as me. We can answer that question later. Yeah. So anyway, how my team was set up: Areola in goal, 11 points, really good. I first Dubravka played, and then I was like, oh man, another 8 points left on the bench. But Areola came in with more points than him. Yeah, so 4 defenders: Gusto, Alexander Arnold, Gabriel, Porro, plenty of zeros and ones and twos there. Midfielders: Gordon, Salah, Palmer, and Saka. Salah and Palmer bringing in the goods for me, and up front I got Watkins and captain Julian Alvarez. Yeah, so that was my week. Tall week, I'll give it like a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, bro, we had the same exact points, no? If you didn't realize.
4 out of 5.
1105. No, as in the same amount of points
Oh.
that we are right now.
Oh, okay.
Exact same amount of points.
We
Right?
are neck. Yeah,
Neck to
similar
neck, yeah.
points, but yeah,
Way to start the
anyway,
year. That's a way to start the year.
Yeah.
Fresh, yeah.
Fresh
Alright.
level.
0-0.
At 1.5 million. Alright,
What was your
anyway,
rating again?
4. 4
4 out of 10.
Yeah, I
4 out of
mean,
10?
I would give it
Okay.
2 for Arsenal, but then like because my FPL team like had a green arrow, so
Was
maybe
decent,
I raised it up to 4.
Nice.
Anwar, monster.
Yeah, I got a monster.
3-digit haul, eh?
I got a triple digit haul. So I had before this game week, before the last game, I had Bowen and Areola left, and I was on 86 points. And I was asking Luqman, you think these two guys can get 14 points so I can hit my second Centurion for this season? And then he was like, no
Oh,
chance. But I got lucky there, man. Got lucky there.
11
100 points this week, Centurion. And I think, honestly, like the last time I was on the pod with Kenny, I was saying that my team is in dire shape. Decided to set and forget, and thankfully I got quite lucky with the moves that I made last week lah. So I kept all of my AFCON, and I wrote my transfer that week. Got a solid green arrow. This week, decided to bring out Hichan and Kudus, and brought in Bowen and Saka. Thankfully, Saka hauled, given the blanks that he's had the past couple of weeks. So that again gave me the points. I started with Areola and goal, 11 point. Porro at 2 points. They were having a clean sheet. He was at 7 points, and then they just had to concede that late goal lah. Guehi came in with an assist. So Guehi has always been like
Really,
the one that I've been wanting to get out of my team.
Assist.
And then I didn't have any other defenders. Trippier with his groin injury, Kabore and Simikas. So that's 2 yellow, 1 red.
Wow.
In midfield,
Okay,
I captain
can-
Salah. Always knew he was going to return. I mean, okay. Honestly, like why I would not have captain Salah, right, was because of the Christmas curse. So the last couple of seasons, right, he's been posting the stupid Christmas tree, and after the
He did it
Christmas tree,
again.
it's always jinxed him. He did it again, but this time it was black and white, and he had a positive message. So I think that kind of break the curse a little. Yes. So it makes me like Salah, Palmer, Saka, Son, Bowen, all written. I think more than 7 points except Bowen. And up front, Watkins with 8 points and Darwin with an assist. So Darwin is really wasteful, man. 7.27 XG. I think he had like what 5 big missed chances or something like that.
He got
Or but
1.8
could have
XG
fought
alone,
more.
bro.
Yeah.
XG alone should
But
be 1.8.
overall, it's really positive week. Right now, I'm again in the one page. I'm number 11 on the FPL Kopi Talk leagues. I rose up. I was 28, 29 2 weeks ago. Rose up there. Uh, and my OR is up to 23.5K.
Mm.
So from 110
Good job,
2 weeks
bro.
ago to awesome week.
Top
And
quality,
to
bro.
top that off, with 3 points clear, the top of the league. I would say two lah. I give City that point, and then
2 point.
considering we had a 2v2 where the guys were just going on, salivating on how Arsenal were like class with Saliba, and all that, and then they just showed that they can't even conquer London, what more England, man. So
Okay, okay.
We have a true test coming up. Okay, like we have the FA Cup
yeah,
coming. Okay.
We'll give
yeah,
you.
So
We'll
man.
give you that
Okay,
one.
so
We'll
I'll
give you
give it
everything.
a solid 9.2 out of 10, man. 9.2. I can't think of a better week considering the circumstances that I'm in. And I think with the Liverpool at the top of the table, sitting 2 points or
the
3 points
the break from the
comfortably
pot
ahead.
really did you well, I think.
Yeah. So all luck, no skills there, bro. So
Okay,
it's a really
good job,
extra
bro.
large
Good job.
venti week. Thanks, guys.
Extra large fancy.
So he's catching up. You are catching up with Kenny. You are 7 points behind him. Kenny having a monster season as well. He got 93 points this week. But yeah, catching up, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so my team. So I work at it. I will say out my team first before I explain. So I got 71 points. Grade from 1.4 to 1.5. So I would say a big rate error lah, 100k to be fair. And my safety, I was 4 points short of my safety score. Okay, so my team was Areola in goal, Moreno, Estupinian, Trent, Diogo Jota, Bowen, Richarlison, Foden, Nkunku, Captain Alvarez, Watkins. My bench is Dubrav, Gusto, Bell, and McAtee. Okay, so I guess I want I want an explanation for everyone who is wondering why my draft is different. By everyone, I mean Faris. I guess he's the only one lah, cause I saw his workout
Us
in
also lah,
It
bro.
looks very similar.
You know what?
no,
Ah?
Faris
Okay,
exactly copied my draft. Faris copied my
let me
draft. So
let me pause you
okay.
there for a
No,
while.
he
You've
didn't have
been
he didn't
talking
have
about your
McAtee,
wild.
bro. He didn't have McAtee. McAtee was the
First
weak
11.
link, bro.
First
You've
11.
been talking about
Anyway,
your wildcard drive for like 4 5 weeks straight about who
yeah.
you want to bring in, all the draft, well thought, written down, telling everyone you share it, and then you just snooked us, man.
Yeah.
Tell
Last
us more.
minute,
Tell us
bro.
more.
Okay. So yeah, thanks for Faris for copying the first 11. So I know how much I lost lah between I can cause he's similar rank to me as well. So yeah, I lost. He got 7 points away on me lah, which is considering okay lah because of if you consider Palmer's 18 points. But anyway, okay. So it all started when ABK floated the Nkunku idea on me. Okay, so
Power,
I was
bro, power. Okay, then.
okay. So Nkunku, right? I was okay. I think maybe I should get Nkunku for Solanke. So the thinking was right. I don't want to double up on Chelsea attack. So I thought okay, Palmer has to go. And then three Gunners tell me Saka is a no-go, including like Kenny, Darren, and ABK. So I'm thinking, okay, I shouldn't go with Saka. If three Gunners tell me not to go with Saka, so that leaves two midfield slots open, right, in Saka and Palmer, correct? So Richarlison was a shoot-in because he's the one that I actually wanted all along, but I couldn't fit in. So Richarlison was the one.
Okay, but
So
but
there
but
was
I did say like Saka over Richarlison, bro.
yeah,
I
true,
did
true.
say
But
that.
I mean,
Okay.
but I didn't want Saka. I decided I don't want Saka.
I don't want your wildcard team to be all
No,
on
no,
me,
no,
bro.
no. No, I'm just three Gunners tell me not to get Saka, right?
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
thinking,
yeah,
okay,
that's
Saka
it.
is gone. So I wanted Richarlison. I didn't say you asked me to get Richarlison.
Yeah,
But anyway,
yeah,
I wanted Richarlison, okay? So there was one more spot. To be honest, right, I really wanted to go with Mo because I don't know who to choose because I was thinking Gross, but no, I wasn't feeling Gross. Then I was thinking, okay, if I got Mo, right, I don't think it makes sense for me to get Mo, to be honest. I think it's the first time I don't have Mo in that forever lah.
Hmm.
So basically, right, the thinking was if I get Mo, right, it's a transfer out, right? So that's if a transfer is worth 4 points, right? So I'm thinking I'd rather go with Jota plus 4 points than get Salah. So I thought that was worth the risk, that 4 points. If you consider a transfer worth is 4 points. So I thought I would risk it. But then I guess that thinking is flawed, because I didn't consider that Salah's captaincy, that the EO and all. I didn't consider that. I thought that I think maybe I got wrong there. Because I really felt Salah. I thought Liverpool's going to own. That's why I wanted Jota, even though I knew he might not start, right? I was thinking Liverpool would better Newcastle, which is the case. That's why I thought Jota was a good. But yeah, so and also going without Salah, I think it makes sense for Walkers to go without Salah because it will be a transfer here of everyone, right? It's just one game week. How can he punish it? But
I agree with you.
it turns out like I think Walker had to go without Salah. I think if you ask me before the game, right, I would do it the same thing. I don't think it's worth to get Salah or Son because right now I'm a transfer ahead. I mean, yeah. So anyway, okay. Other than that, so I went with Jota because I thought Liverpool cover Liverpool fan and all that because I didn't want to get gross. I didn't want. The other options were like, I wasn't too keen. So and then the other change I did was Estupinan over Porro. So I thought like if I'm so rogue, just go full rogue lah. But yeah, Estupinan. Estupinan, I guess Porro was a good differential. I mean, good way to go against, and Estupinan looked good. And I wanted Moreno anyway from the start. So, yeah, so that is my explanation. I hope Faris you understand. But yeah, you also did well, I guess.
Just one thing,
What do you
like the one that I'm most surprised. The only reason why I found out that your team was totally different from your wildcard drive, right, was because of Palmer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like when Palmer returned, the first thing I looked was like checking up on your team to see how much you haul and who else you got on your team. And then I was like, what? No Palmer? You've been hyping this boy up for the longest time.
This guy has
and then,
been the biggest fanboy of Palmer. Like when
Exactly,
I
what
said when I
Palmer
said
because
when I
of
said
you, bro?
Garnacho to Palmer last week, he was like, nah, no.
But I don't know, okay, but you think that the double Chelsea attack, it didn't just a flawed thinking like I shouldn't double up on
No,
that.
I think
I-
go ahead, Anwar. You say?
Yeah, I think you are, how to say it, like you are
Overthinking.
blinded by the shiny toy of Nkunku from his Bundesliga form. Yeah, so I think that, and I understand where you're coming from, probably because you feel you need to catch up on points, you need those differential and all that. But I feel that one too many differentials you try to put into a team, this is the outcome lah, basically.
Yeah.
And I feel also like with the topic on double Chelsea attack, right? I think there's no harm doing that. You know, like if it doesn't work out for you, you take it out. You take it out in 2 weeks time. You know, and then you have one Chelsea attack only. You know.
Actually, I was like thinking long term because 25 they have City and then 26 they will probably blank. So I'm thinking if I got two Chelsea, it will be I got Spurs, I got Liverpool already. So I'm thinking I'll just maximum have one Chelsea, and I'm set on Nkunku already, and I'm like, okay lah, just go.
Because
with Palmer,
what you could do is you could see Nkunku and Palmer, and then you see like, okay, maybe this Nkunku not working out for me, or Palmer has been dropping off form. Then you before the 25 you drop one. You know, I think that's a possible move. I mean hindsight is always 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Anyway, a lot of people bench Palmer. Even like FML he wildcarded and he bench Palmer also. So that's one of the reasons why I went with McAtee, because like I didn't want to go Garnacho because I don't have any benching headaches, because a lot of people who bench Palmer, which probably hurt even more than me lah. Cause yeah. But anyway, anything else? Any more?
Sounds a week.
roles on my
What's your
wildcard?
rating?
Oh yeah.
Not Rose lah. I just want to understand where you're coming from. Get behind the
Actually,
psyche of
I was
Luqman, the sensible one.
At 1.4 million, that's why I did it. Like if I was like inside the 500,000, I would not do. I will stick to the Palmer and Saka.
Yeah.
But maybe I won't go Saka also lah. Cause maybe I'll go with Charlison and Palmer still, and go with Solanke, who got unlucky also. I got lucky lah if he didn't return, but he probably return in the future. He could still punish me. But anyway, my ranking, cause Liverpool went top, right, it's still quite decent. I think 4 out of 10. Cause I think it's only my first week of wildcard, right. It could still become good. I mean, it's difficult lah because Salah really just killed me. But either way, I wasn't going to get Salah anyway lah. So I think 4 out of 10 will be my rating. Will be like a Venti, Grande, middle.
Yep.
Alright, move on.
Alright.
Shall we move on to Brew of the Week? In this segment, we talk about players or teams that perform well and deserve their praise coming their way. So, shall we start with our team? I know there's a lot of stats that I wrote down. Should I go with one by one? Okay.
Okay, so you guys time limit 3 minutes.
Okay. Liverpool, they had 34 shots. Was the highest in a league match in over 6 years. So if you imagine, right, the average ball in play is like 55 minutes in the Premier League. So that's one shot every 1.5 minutes. The 7.27 XG is the highest XG recorded in a Premier League game. And the difference of XG between two teams, 6.68. Yeah, I think when Opta started, I think quite well back. And then the SG difference, right, 6.68 is also the largest. So yeah, 4-2 like immensely flattered Newcastle. I felt immensely. I think even 6-2 it would have flattered them as well. So what a performance, I know.
Yeah, solid game, solid game. I think.
What a game.
I mean, to put on like the other hat, right? Like for 7.27 XG, 4 goal returns. I think it also shows our wasteful side lah. So I feel that I
Darwin.
mean we were
Not
not
our
as
Darwin's wasteful side.
Darwin, yeah, our Darwin is our player lah. So our wasteful side lah.
Yeah.
And to be honest, right, like I think, I mean, like everyone's been hyping up Salah's performance, trend resurgence, and all this, but what really helped this Liverpool team tick right in the last couple of games has been a proper CDM in Endo. I think Endo has been cleaning up really well, and him going to Asian Cup, I'm slightly concerned with how our midfield going to set up, because I really feel that Endo
He was
I don't
good,
know
man.
if you ask Luqman, right, like before the season started, right, I was really pissed off with FSG, like the whole saga with getting Caicedo and then going for Lavia
Yeah.
and then going back to
I got.
Caicedo and then after that losing both of these players and then we don't have any defensive midfielders like a week or two before the season started, and then they brought in Endo. Yeah, but what an amazing player he has been, man. And I think, oh, excellent. The key thing for for this game, right, especially, right, I think he had a good midfield balance. I think Lokman might disagree with me on this, but I think Curtis Jones is essential in helping the midfield take. So you have
I agree.
Endo
I agree.
fielding the ball, and Curtis Jones is just in almost everywhere, picking up all the passes, doing the clean passes. He's doing the Wijnaldum role in our title winning year. So good game, worth the wake up and to watch.
As a Jota owner, right, if he didn't dive and he just shot, right, he would have scored more than Salah, like before bonus. That is super infuriating that he dived, man. Yeah.
It was a tackle.
Yeah? It was a dive, right? I was surprised that it wasn't called back. As in, I was surprised that VAR still gave a penalty. I was, oh my god, he should have just shot and then my gaming would have been much better. But yeah, so I didn't really celebrate like this game as a non-Salah owner. It was tough watch. Because when he first missed the penalty, I was like, yes. And then after it went downhill, because Mo was just Mo.
Just more.
But
Yeah.
Okay, wait,
But just give it
so
to-
Just More is what? Is a rapper, is it?
Yeah, just Mo is the rapper's name, bro.
Okay,
But
okay.
I just Google him. I don't really know him.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay,
Okay,
Vicky,
so
did
I
you watch the
think-
game?
I think-
no,
Are
I did
you
not
impressed
watch
with
the
Liverpool?
game. I did
Huh?
not watch the game.
Come
I
on.
wasn't able to watch the game.
But I think another positive side from Newcastle is I think a lot of wildcarders went with Areola, Dubravka, goalkeeper rotation. And with the form that he's putting in, I think 8 points for a game like this. I think a lot of the saves also from him. Like the penalty, like Salah decided to go straight through the middle. He had a reflex to get it. I think solid option as a goalkeeper as well. Even returning some points. So.
I think we made him look good. I mean, Darwin finishes like straight to him was damn annoying. That is too uncanny. But it's either hit the post or he's hit straight to the goalkeeper. I thought we made him look good. That's what was my thinking. But here, 8 points.
Okay.
He's still good. He's still good.
My question to you is
Let's go.
now that Salah's absent, how will Liverpool shape up? What do you think Liverpool will look like in the next few weeks that he won't be around?
I know.
I won't be surprised if Darwin is pushed up to the right flank.
Hmm.
So
Darwin?
there's a few talks like who we put up,
Trend,
who we
bro,
play
trend.
on a wider flank. It could be Harvey Elliott there, but I don't see Elliott playing. I probably see more front three of Diaz, Gakpo, and Darwin, or Diaz, Gakpo, and Jota. So that's the thing also. So like one of the reasons why I'm hesitating over getting Jota in, because I'm thinking of bringing either Jota or Diaz in for Salah. And right now I'm leaning more towards Diaz because I feel he's the only natural left winger in the team. So I think he's more or less nailed. Jota has his injury problem, so question mark there. Gakpo and Darwin, I don't know. Somehow I just feel like in terms of pecking order, right? Diaz, Darwin, and then Jota or Gakpo
Hmm.
in attack. Yeah. Midfield
Okay.
is another
So the
question.
reason I,
Sobo is out also, right?
so the reason why I got Jota in the first place, my wildcard is right wing. I don't think Darwin will play there. I don't think he has played there before. Jota has played right wing before. Diaz can play right wing, but I don't think he's played for Liverpool. So I think Jota or Harvey was the main contention in my thinking, and I thought Jota should. He's been on form, that's why I chose him in my wildcard team. I expect him to start at right wing when
Okay.
Salah is away.
Yes. Okay. So,
Yeah.
on the FPL wise, on the FPL perspective, do you think there's any
Yeah.
attackers? I say I know everyone has TAA in their team. Any attackers from Liverpool to get with the absence of Salah? If you were to choose
Honestly,
one, who was it,
I'll,
and would you bring it in your team? As in, you already have Jota in your team.
honestly, I would bring. Okay, I wouldn't. If you have Darwin, right, I wouldn't sell him. I think Darwin will probably still start. And if you watch, I know he's infuriating and all, but the chances he get right is crazy. And yeah, I will stick with Darwin. I don't. Okay, if I were to get one, I will still get Darwin. If you ask me,
Mm.
Darwin, Jota or Diaz, right, I would choose Darwin. If
Mm.
I had the choice.
Okay.
I know. What do you think?
Nice. Considering you brought Jota ahead of
Yeah.
Grass is
Anyway,
always
Ibrahim-
grass is always
yeah,
greener.
No, like it's the position also lah. Because Nkunku and Watkins,
true,
right,
true,
it
true.
depends on the position.
Yeah, so I already have Darwin in my team. And like I
You
said,
shouldn't sell him.
my
You're not selling.
I'm not selling him. As in, I'm not selling him lah. I can't sell him if I'm not doing a wild card lah. I have Son and Salah to deal with. But that being said, Salah, I'm thinking of a direct replacement, and right now I'm leaning more towards DS. I think the last game DS
He
was
looked
also
good,
very very live wire. I think he had a couple of chances as well, and then I think he was like coming back to the form. I honestly rate DS a lot, and I think Klopp does the same. I think he's more nailed than Darwin in my opinion. So I'll probably go with DS.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Move on. Shall
I
we
think
move on
our
to
3 minutes
another
are up. Your 3 minutes are far from up.
Yeah, Diaz is probably the most.
So
probably the least
Anwar
explosive.
says Diaz, and then Luqman, you say
Darwin.
Nunes is
Darwin.
the best attacker.
Don't go for Jota. Leave the Jota points to my team.
But Jota is damn clinical lah.
Yeah. Anyway, but he's a good diver. When you go Porto, bro, do you see any lot of swimming pools where he train his dive? I just annoy me, man. Why did he dive? Right? Anyway, let's move on. Any other brews?
I think we got to look at City lah. I mean
Kopama.
without Haaland up
City.
front, they got a decent 2-0 win.
Sheffield at
I'm
home.
honestly,
Come on.
I mean
Sheffield,
Sheffield at
bro.
home,
No need to boo.
Fordringham and all that, but it's really since we're on this topic, right? Like City, I feel like City is a two-way race right now lah, with Aston Villa on the dark horse, and then Arsenal have only themselves to pick up. But that being
Okay,
said, I
next.
think City the way they play, right, like they are damn patient with the ball. They're so patient with the ball. They are very, how to say, like they're very clean on their chances, and they're very very clinical that way. So I'm really scared with the prospects of Haaland coming back and De Bruyne. These
KDB.
two, I
Yeah.
think it'll be insane team.
What,
But what you guys thought on Silva as an option, Bernardo Silva?
No, I think Silva is he takes for the price that you're paying for him. He takes along with some goals and assists every 2 or 3 games, but he's not someone that you can rely on to bang in the points for you. I feel like he's a decent option, right? But I feel there are plenty other good midfield options. I mean, in the same team already, there's Foden, right? I think Foden, I think he's more clinical. I think he gets more in terms of FPL points. He gets more than Silva. So I think I will go Foden over Silva. But I think my question next is about Foden. I think Luqman has Foden in the team, right? With De Bruyne coming in back to the team, how are you feeling about Foden in your squad? Like I'm thinking of a Salah replacement, and I think one of the guys that I'm looking at is Foden. Yeah. So what's your thoughts?
I still rate him quite high. I think when KDB is back, right, he will probably. I mean, there are risks, right? But I think he'll be slowly eased in, right? So I think right now, it's still an okay buy. Like if you want to punt on Foden, I mean, might not last long, lah. So I think right now is probably the window, lah. If like maybe you wait one more game week, maybe he's not good by already.
Yep.
And Newcastle away is a good fixture. Although it's a tough fixture, St James Park. But right now, after they considered like 7 XG, I think I think Foden right now is a good buy. But in the future, I mean, I still think he will play. Maybe not centrally, maybe playing in the wing, or I mean Bernardo drop back or something. Yeah, but I still think he's so good, man.
Yeah.
He's been so good. So I still think he's a good buy.
Yeah, and I was reading the Man City sub lah. This is non-FPL related. He's picking up more like he's becoming more of a leader in the squad lah. You see him like the examples that was given was that he was, like he was spurring the team up, and then when Rico Lewis made a mistake, he didn't. He made it known to Rico Lewis that like you can't give the ball away so easily, and he's been vocal. I think he's quite a good presence in the dressing room as well. So that's a kind of good influence that we have for the net. He's still young. I mean, he's I think about Saka's age, maybe 1 year older. Yeah. So I think we see more of him this season. I think it's just that there's just plenty of options coming in. There's plenty of rotations as we
We'll
know
rank
with
later.
City.
We'll
So
rank the options later.
it's gonna be tough lah. But I like Foden as well. Yeah.
Okay, it'll be remiss for us not to brew Cole Palmer, the guy who punished me. So you guys wanna brew him? Because I don't want to brew him.
Yeah. How many goals did he score? He scored
Lucky,
2 goals.
right?
Yeah.
He got
To
2
be
goals.
to be
on
honest, I
18
thought
points.
his
Crazy.
goals were quite lucky lah. His goal and assist were quite lucky.
Yeah.
But
His assist was
otherwise,
lucky lah.
I think if there's any silver lining in this Chelsea team, Palmer has been quite a signing for them lah. Considering all the signings that they brought in with all the hype, I think Cole Palmer was probably not on the top of the list.
Yep.
And I think okay. So the thing is, right, you guys were talking about Foden, right? I have the same reservations on Foden as I had with Palmer before bringing him into the team. So like it's more of a wait and see. I was concerned, but after the last few performances, I think it'd be silly for Pochettino to drop Palmer for anyone else. I think he's I mean, considering that this is a team that's trying to gel together, trying to put in a new set of tactics, formations together, testing new things out. Palmer has been the consistent one in this team, and I think that being said, with his haul, I feel more secured that he'll probably be one of the first few on the team sheets lah. So I really love Palmer as an option. And
What's your take on Foden? What's your take on Foden? You
Yeah.
didn't say.
So the thing is, right, like exactly what you guys mentioned. The reason why I've stayed away from City defenders or midfielders in general is because of the rotation risk. So I think at the start of the season, we've always spoke about how we want to set up our team, and I think my strategy has always been focusing on the first 11. I shifted a bit away from there with some of my defensive move, but my concern is that if anyone doesn't play, then I don't have the backup players to haul. So that's my main reservation in Foden. And I think the last 2-3 games where he has played well was when he played centrally. And I think he's playing there because of circumstances and not because of his ability. But we will be seeing that he's the best there lah. So when KDB is back, I think that again becomes a risk because it's probably going to be pushed out a bit wider. And then considering, I think Pep really loves Alvarez as well, because I think Pep's daughter like thinks that Alvarez is cute. I don't know if you guys seen the video lah, but yeah, there's some video where like Pep's daughter asks who's that guy. He's kind of cute. Yeah, but yeah, he really likes Alvarez. So like I don't know, like the rotation risk is still at the back of my head, and I'm not going there lah. Yeah.
For me, in terms of the rotation risk, what I can say is that Man City, once they have their game secured, right, they tend not to. Okay, let's say Foden is on the bench. They tend not to bring in Foden. They tend not to bring in the players. I mean, why risk him getting injured? I mean, there are plenty of other players that can play in that position. I'm not sure who are the new Man City youngsters, Bob or something, right?
Bob.
But Anwar's argument is he doesn't have a bench.
Yeah, so so in order for you to play this tactic of bringing Foden in, I think you must have at least 1 or 2 bench players that you can actually rely on.
Rely on, yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's just move on. Just quick words. Richarlison scored 5 goals in his last 5 matches. Raul Jimenez has scored 4 goals in his last 4 games.
Yeah.
So just guys in form. So shall we move on? Rose of the week, We have one team to roast. Can't wait. So roast of the week. In this segment, we discuss players or teams that could have done much better and deserve the roast coming their way.
Who shall we
ABK?
roast? I'm not so sure.
Menu. Again, menu too boring. Too
No,
Don't need
yeah, okay, so
the crisis.
I'll go for it. Okay, like, okay, so okay, you guys have always, every time Arsenal didn't win a game, you always wanted to put them in a roast list, right? But I feel like this week is a week that Arsenal deserve to be in a roast week. I feel like,
Okay.
like there
But
was
when
no
they lose, they deserve to be there. Lah.
no, there was no excuses this time, lah. Like the previous games,
Yeah.
we dominated the game. There were like weird refereeing decisions, the ball out of the
Fair point,
line.
fair point.
Like but this one there was no excuse at all. Like we were bad, and Fulham deserved the win. Right? I think it's as simple as that. And I think we really, and what's damning about this result is that we have all of our first 11 playing. Right? This is our main team. We don't have any injuries, no nothing, no excuses. Right? And we lost the game.
Kiwo?
And we got dominated.
Kiwo?
Yeah, so
Kiwior.
they played Kiwior instead of Zinchenko, but I feel like, okay, like one left back position that's like not the most ideal, right? But again, Zinchenko is also not the best defender in the world, right? Maybe if you want to say, maybe
Yeah.
Timber would have been the perfect option there. But I mean, you're looking at other teams that have like 2-3 main players injured and still get results, right? We have like, okay, 10 of our first team players playing, and we can't. And it's also a left back position, and which shouldn't like make or break a team. You know, it's not like a Kevin De Bruyne position where, you know, or James Maddison position where once he's removed, like centrally there's no one creating for them. You know, so I feel like there was no excuse for us, and I feel that teams they know how to play against us. They pack the midfield, they pack the box, and they just make us pass. They don't like Saka and Martinelli have any space at all to cut in, to put the cross in. Right? So we kind of just try to. We always try to make passes through the middle, and it always gets intercepted. And I think that's it's really not working out. So I think we really need to take this break. Like I mean, we do still have to play Liverpool this Sunday, but we still, I think Arteta, what he needs to do is he needs to take his players, regroup, and kind of like think of a way of, as in, this is on Arteta. Arteta, this is a mark of whether Arteta is a good manager. He has to think of a way to play against teams that sit back against us. I think that's on Arteta to do it. Yeah, so on the FPL front, I think that the assessment still remains the same. I think Saka, it's going to be difficult. I mean, I think if you have other midfield options, maybe Foden, maybe Palmer, maybe Bowen, right? If these are players that you're looking at to replace Saka, I think that's a go. But I think now with Salah and Son not available in the maybe like next 2-3 game weeks, then I feel that you can still hold Saka. I mean, Saka will still take along with the points. Yeah, and everyone has Saka still in the team.
Yeah, Anwar, why do you buy Saka, man? How do you arrive to that decision for Kudus?
Honestly, like I don't know, like you might, how do I put it? Like you guys might not see Saka as an option, but I still feel that he's one of the, like, without the San, Salah, Kudus players, right? He's probably the next premium midfielder that I thought could hold in with the points lah. I mean, this is one game he returned. He hasn't been returning the last couple of games, but he's been creating chances. I think at the end of the day, if you look,
he blanked 4 game weeks before that, then he returned. Not a couple lah, so it's quite.
But what I'm saying is that if there's any like attacking sparks in this team, I mean, you got Nketiah, Jesus, all this was not returning as well. Nelly has been without a final product. I think the only other bright spark in this team is Saka lah. I mean, a lot is expected of him, which is why we probably don't feel too good about him. But I feel that it's not like his form this season is not like it's a letdown from the past season like what Rashford is this season. He's still doing decent. I mean, at the end of the day, they were top for a good period of the season, and I think he has contributed to that. So, which is why I feel that Saka as a premium midfielder option is quite a no-brainer lah in my position, in my opinion. And if you look at total points this season, Saka is 4th in all midfielders behind Bowen, Son, and Salah. right? So he's even ahead of Hichan. So I mean, at that price point, you probably wouldn't want to bring him in if you had Salah, Son, Bowen options. But now without Salah and Son, I think it's worthy a punt for Saka.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
That's a
think
good
you
that's my
should
point.
argument.
change your tag to the sensible one, bro. Luqman, you yeah. Yeah, I think
I need to rebrand.
one thing I want to say about Saka is that I feel like he's a young player, and I think the bar or the expectations for him every season always goes up. You know,
Yeah,
if he has 5 goals last season, we expect him to get 8 goals this season. You know, so the bar is always
yeah,
higher for him, and that's why when he doesn't meet that bar, although it could be an improvement from last season, right? Although he doesn't meet the bar of like 8 goals, I mean, this is an example. I don't really have his numbers off the top of my head, but if it doesn't meet the expected improvements for the season, people think that he's kind of like not doing as well as
yeah.
last season. But you must think that like I think he's still kind of improving, but marginally. Maybe not like doubling his goal tally, but I think he's still improving.
I mean, for a bad season, like a relatively bad season, 177 points in 20 games,
Yeah.
that's about 5 points per game. So it's pretty decent returns, to be honest. And I think, I mean, like just adding on to ABK's point on like it's on Ateta, right? I feel that this Arsenal team is not like the tactics has not really evolved this season. So last season, like he stuck to a certain style of play that he wanted to play,
Mm.
and then he decided that I won't say he decided lah, but I think the idea behind was that he didn't have the right players to run the tactical setup that he wants to. So he brought in what he deems are the right players, with Timber probably going out injured, but he's got Havertz in midfield and Rice and all this. But at the end of the day, right, like because teams know how they are set up, it's quite easy to read lah. So if you know that Saka's getting the ball on the right, Odegaard looks like there's a couple of times in the game where Saka was in a good wide position, but then he was stuck there. Right, he didn't have like an overlapping player because the fullbacks were inverted. Odegaard was like a bit confused on whether he should overlap him on the wide or come in short. Yeah, so I think this season at tactical evolution. Early on in this season, Luqman was saying that Saka is the best replacement for Salah, and I think in Liverpool setup, I think Saka would have a lot more space and freedom. So the space, right, it's not defenders putting two defenders on him. It's just that the other players are not moving around him enough for those two defenders to be busy. You
Yep.
get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
but
okay.
again, like
I
I,
agree.
I, I rate Saka, which is why I've always wanted to bring him in. But with all the
No, bro,
fires to
you've
fight,
never
right?
always rated
Like
Saka, bro.
no, I'm saying it's
Like the first
one
few pods you
one
say, you tell me like Saka is the
it's one bad touch
lucky.
away, right? Like I was saying, it's one bad touch away, and that is something that he has to improve this season. But yeah, I mean, like apart from Salah, Son, right? Saka
Yeah.
would have been my other
I feel
option.
okay. I think back onto the point on what we said about Saka, like you can go without Saka, right? But I think the main point is that who are you replacing him with, right? If
Yeah,
you have no proper player to replace him with, then you have to stick with Saka. Right?
yeah.
That's what I feel. Okay. Sorry, I think you were kind of cut off a bit just
Who?
now. I don't know. On my side, you were cut off a bit. So if
Yeah,
listeners,
same. I know,
if
right?
yeah, if you listeners, you
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
like a gap in that one, just yeah, I
I
mean,
think
you,
I
you
think
get
you were
his point,
talking
lah. You get
about.
his point.
Yeah, I get his point.
Just
I get
just
his
a bit. I
point.
think like maybe a 5 second gap where you were cut off, lah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, anyway, although I don't have him in my wildcard team, I do agree lah. I rate Saka and I bet him to come good eventually lah. He's a good player, man.
Okay.
But yeah, I just feel like there's more explosive options. That's why I had to go without him. I had to do something different in my
Mm.
wildcard lah, I guess. But
Yeah.
anyway,
But I think the
there's no
bottom line here is that premium
don't sell.
midfielders. He's a premium midfielder, and with the
Mm.
absence of other premium midfielders at that price point, I think he's a go ahead in my opinion.
Okay. One more team to roast is only Sheffield United and Burnley have scored fewer goals than Manchester United. Let's move on. Kopi Takeaways. Okay, let's go Q&A straight. Let's start with this question. Timestamp Q&A.
Yep.
In general, okay, top Salah/Salah replacement. Just top three. Who wants to go
Okay.
first?
It's difficult because I
Anyone?
don't know how the team is set up, but I say Bowen,
Anyone?
Foden, Palmer.
Okay.
But
I'll
you
go
already
Palmer
have
first.
all the players, then difficult.
Yeah, difficult lah. Then just
Bowen,
I think Palmer
Foden,
is
Palmer.
Uh,
I don't
have
have
the same
Foden.
three.
I'll go Diaz ahead of Foden.
Who? Diaz.
Luis Diaz ahead
Or
of Foden.
Lucho.
Lucho.
So Bowen, Palmer, and Lucho. Bowen, Palmer,
I mean,
Lucho.
if you don't have Bowen, yeah, I will go Lucho.
right. I also
That's it. I will go.
Okay, you say first.
Same. So I have the same three as you, but maybe Palmer first. Palmer, Bowen, Foden. Bowen is a
Okay.
You continue.
What I want to say also, you can also okay, this is kind of a thing I'm thinking about also. You can change Salah for Garnacho. Okay. The
Why?
reason why is yeah, I think Garnacho.
Okay, why I'm laughing? Why I'm laughing is because like we had the Shaw discussion and then Shaw blanked, and then now it feels like deja vu, man.
I want. We get to it off the menu pick. I'll talk about it later. Yeah.
Okay, anyway, I know. You're raving about Saka all the way. So where does Saka lie in this list? Fourth, fifth, sixth?
No. So it depends on again. It depends on because I already have Bowen. I already have
in general,
Bowen
in general.
and what's the name? Palmer. Right.
So,
So
in general,
don't
don't look at
general,
your team. Osaka made the top
if
three.
you're looking for like a premium midfielder to sit there.
Anyone.
Yeah, no, I'm
don't
just
care about the price.
looking like you have to think tactic also, ma. Correct. Like from a purely tactical point of view, if you're looking for someone to sit in there, and then
Why
replace
got
him
caveat
again.
one? In general,
Where
bro,
would he
don't care
sit,
about price. Just top three players. No, don't care about the price. So like, Palmer is performing like an 8 million midfielder now, right?
After DS.
So he's fourth lah. He's
Yeah,
fourth.
fourth.
Okay.
After DS, yeah.
I still haven't finished my point on Garnacho yet.
Sorry. Can you go now? Or should we answer? Wait, should we answer Lemon's question? So I think we disagree with him. So he's asking about Bowen. Do you all think Bowen will be as consistent without Paqueta and Kudos for the run?
No,
between 21 to
why you
24?
don't listen to my Garnacho?
Go
Oh,
ahead,
it's the same
go
topic.
ahead, Garnacho.
I thought you said you
No.
were off the menu.
No, off the
wait
menu
for
for something else.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
Yeah,
Continue
so,
with your Garnacho point.
Why am I Garnacho point? Okay, so if you ask any menu fans, I think they will be unanimous in saying that Garnacho is currently one of their like hopes in the
Their
team.
best player lah.
You know, like
Their best player
I think a lot of people will say like, oh, we should build a team around like Hoyland and
Kopi Mino.
Garnacho. Yeah.
Kobe Mino, bro.
Kobe Mino. So but Garnacho is the guy with the FPL points. He's cheap. He's 4.7. Right. So the reason why I suggest Garnacho. Okay, so I did mention maybe I'll go Garnacho over Palmer. Right. But after seeing the Palmer haul, I know this is like
Result
knee-jerk thing. After I see Palmer's haul, I think how central Palmer is to the Chelsea team, I would change my decision. But I still think Garnacho is a good asset, right? Especially during this time. Okay, so why I suggest Salah to Garnacho is so that you can move your formation, right? When you go
3-5-2,
from, I think typically we will had like 3-5-2 because there were so many midfield options: Salah, Son, Saka, Bowen,
Fair enough.
right? But now Salah and Son is gone, right? So I think it's viable to go for a 3 striker options instead, right?
yeah.
And then so what my suggestion is to drop to Garnacho so that you can upgrade your striker to a 3-man striker, because there are plenty of striking options that are coming up. I think we named Jimenez also in one of them, Solanke, Watkins, Alvarez, Haaland.
Darwin.
Yeah,
Darwin.
your favorite Darwin. Yeah, so there's plenty of striking options now at the moment that we can pick from. I think it's a good time for you to be able to do it, and I think having Garnacho in your team is also something that's pretty good. I say I'm not a fan of the McAtee move. Like I rather have a benching headache than to have McAtee.
Have you seen people who bench Palmer this game week? I wouldn't want to have that dilemma.
Yeah, bench smart lah. Don't do stupid benching.
No, the thing is you're asking for Garnacho, but you're gonna bench him anyway, right?
Okay,
so what's the point?
okay.
The festive season is over already.
Okay.
We don't really need our bench. To be honest, I think like if somebody's injured, right, you just transfer him out. I don't think we need like a strong bench.
You see,
there might be a chance that you want to start him.
Came in with points also, bro. Like this week,
Yeah,
Garnacho also came in
very
with
rare,
assists. Yeah.
It's very rare you need a bench. I feel it's very rare.
Yeah.
Like it's very rare that you get benched. So I don't think it's worth it.
I
In
don't know.
case you
I think
bench,
it's worth it. Like Trippier out of nowhere, 0 points. And even if you remember Haaland, like when Haaland
Yeah.
was injured for the first time, nobody knew
yeah,
anything
okay.
about Haaland getting injured.
But
Yeah.
then at the end of the day, right, he's still playing for Man U. It's not like he's like you know what I mean. Like he could easily blank when you need him. It's very hard to predict. That's why I think that
Yeah,
saving.
I know. Like
Okay.
by default, maybe you put Garnacho on the bench. But if you know, like an obvious move, like maybe like Palmer plays against City away, then I think if it's fair for you to bring Garnacho in. So by default, Garnacho sits on the bench, right? But then, like, you can play him.
I kind of agree with ABK's point here. So I mean, at 4 point, he's what 4.7 now,
Yeah.
4.8.
right? I'd rather
4.8
have him
now.
on
I
the
think higher
bench.
now.
I'd rather have him on the bench than Archer, for example, and then reinvest the money in my attack.
Mm.
You get what I mean? So I have the
Yeah,
option for
Yeah,
My argument with Luqman is the
attack.
McAtee argument,
Yeah.
but it's okay.
I mean,
But
I've had
Faris went for
Kabore.
the Garnacho move. I saw his team. There was no McAtee in the
Yeah.
team.
I've had Kabore for the longest time and El Dakhil, and I think I've been punished once or twice, quite a bit lah. So I think at 4.7 million, if you need to go for a 352, it's still something that you can consider. And I think if there's any, like what ABK says, there's any bright spark in this United team, I think it's Garnacho. And I think that from a purely nailed point of view, right, I think Ten Hag has got to play Garnacho, right? That's like shifting a bit of his pressure, saying that even if they don't perform, he's actually fielding his youngsters, blah blah blah. That kind of back end. So I think Garnacho is an option. But again, like with that in mind, your two moves has got to be Garnacho and an attacker, right?
2 free trans.
Not just a direct like for like replacement. I think that's just where it does not align in terms of the other selections that we have.
Okay, let's move on. Let's continue on Lemon's question. So he asked about Bowen, right? I think it's because this morning I think Bowen had no shots. I think West Ham only had 6 shots, 0.68 xG. I think Fornals and Benrahma played. So I guess we are not as concerned because we still have Bowen in our top 3, right? So I guess we disagree. I don't know whether he thinks the same, but Lemon is just asking about Bowen.
Yeah. Okay, I don't have an answer for this, right? Because we don't know, right? But from an FPL perspective, like lots of people have Bowen in a team, right? It's better to have Bowen, right, and drop him. Like basically wait and see lah. Basically, it's better to have him and drop him later once we see that he's not performing with Paqueta and Kudus, rather than take him out.
No, but he's asking. I think he's asking to buy him.
I think he wants to take him out, right?
Yeah. You will still buy him. You still buy him, right?
I'm still buying him because he plays. He has a good fixture next.
Sheffield and Bournemouth next 2, and then Man U away is just prime fixture. So next 3 is a good fixture. So I still think I'll bring him. I know Fornals and Merama, they're not. I mean, they were first teamers right back in the day, and when West Ham finished 6th, I think they were like first 11. So I think the drop off is not that bad. I still think Benrahma and Fornals are decent-ish.
They also have Maxwell Cornet, bro. He's in the fringes.
He's not going AFCON. He's not going AFCON. I think he's going AFCON.
Is it?
I think going AFCON for Ivory Coast.
He's African, but I don't know where he made the squad.
Danny Ings is back in the mix as well.
Antonio.
I mean, if that's any point, but he kind of fell off quite a bit.
No, this morning JWP played the 10, and then like Fornals and Benrahma winger, and then he played up front. He's still out of position, right? So yeah, he's still a good player, good asset. I will still get him in with no comms. Okay.
I agree.
Elvin asking with the captaincy question. Okay, with popular premium players gone, who do you think is the best captain for 21? Faris also asked. No point. He's also asking like who should be our captain in 21. And have you all thought about captaincy?
I have.
Not yet, man.
I just put like a random captain.
So for me, I answer first. So for me, right, I will go with a City asset. Right now, if you ask me, I will go Newcastle away. I will fancy. So let's say if Haaland is Man City plays the second game, so we might get a leak about Haaland. So let's say if Haaland is not starting, I will still captain Alvarez. If Haaland is starting, I will sell Alvarez to Haaland, and I will definitely captain Haaland. And also, just one tip, right? Because it's an elongated game week, right? The five games in the second week, right? Put your vice captain on the player playing on the first week, just in case. So you know that player is definitely playing. So I'm thinking vice captain will be Watkins because he plays in the first week. So just in case, that will be my tip.
First week?
ABK?
You
understand or not? Because it's an elongated game week, right? Because there's 5 games in 1 week, and then the other 5 games is the following week. It's a elongated game week.
Oh, okay.
So your vice captain, right? You put it on the first guy, so you know your vice captain definitely plays. Because in 1 week, anything can happen. I think there's League Cup games, like your player could get injury. So let's make sure you got your vice captain. And your captain can be anyone. Just in
Or
case.
what? I mean, I think what you're saying is, if I understand it correctly, the vice
Mm.
captain position is
You know he's
important.
playing.
Yeah,
It's
but
important.
in case your
Basically,
captain don't play.
make a conscious decision on your vice captaincy. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, ABK?
Right.
I don't think it matters so much. I feel like, I mean,
No, so for example,
you
right?
can't control
If you captain,
who.
no, but you know that they are playing because there's like it's only lesser days before the game. Like you captain Trent, right? Trent is playing in 10 days after the deadline. So you want to captain
So
Trent, right?
you think
But your
what
vice
COVID
captain,
will happen and then like all the second half
no,
games
Liverpool,
gone?
no, they can get injured. You don't know what. You have no information. But the first week you get the press conference ready, so
But
you know
I
that
think
they're fit.
I think it doesn't matter why, because you can't change your decision on your captaincy decision midweek.
Yeah, that's why
So
you can. That's why you put
whatever
your
your
vice captain in case.
captaincy is, your vice
So you see,
captaincy has got to be a conscious decision as well, lah. Basically, that's what
no,
you're
no,
saying.
you,
And the
don't
vice
vice captain.
captaincy has got to fall on a player
What
from
he's,
the
yeah.
first
Yeah,
first set
don't
of
vice
games,
captain
because we have
the second week also. Yeah, don't
Yeah,
vice
yeah.
captain on the second week because
Okay,
you don't know what
I
will
get.
happen in 1 week.
Alright,
Just a
alright. So
small
to
conscious
summarize, let me
decision
see if I understand correctly. So to
Okay,
summarize,
go.
because
Yeah.
the captaincy is inconsequential
Doesn't
of who
matter.
your vice captain is. But your
Yes,
vice
correct. Doesn't
captain,
matter.
when you want to select someone, because you
Yes.
already have the team news information, you find
Yes.
from someone in the first game week and try to avoid your vice captain in the second game week
Yeah.
in case they might
Just
miss it
in
lah.
case.
Alright,
Just in
got
case.
it, got
Don't.
it. Oh, sensible man, this thing like 20
Sensible one.
steps ahead playing chess,
Yeah,
Okay, I got it.
That's decent.
Good
Okay.
strategy, good strategy.
Yeah,
okay, who's the captain,
but
bro?
the thing is, Man City. You mentioned that you want a Man City captain, but
Captain.
aren't you afraid?
Yeah.
Because like with Haaland, like I think Haaland is the best kept secret in terms of like his injury and when he's gonna recover. Like we would not have any information and difficulty
We
at
might,
all.
we
Like
might.
wouldn't you like be worried to be captaining like someone like Alvarez maybe?
Okay, we might because firstly they are playing on the first game, the day of the deadline.
Yep.
Right? So there could be a leak. There could be leaks.
Mm.
High chance or like pictures in training and then there's a Huddersfield in FA Cup. So maybe if he's on the bench for Huddersfield and then he come on for the last 30, I think he'll probably start against Newcastle. So
Yep.
I think we can make a relatively informed decision. That's what
Yep.
I'm thinking.
Okay. That's it.
Fair
That's a
point,
good
fair
answer.
point.
So who's,
Yeah.
the,
If you ask
who's the
me,
captain? Who's the captain for Taiwan?
You
Answer the question.
you don't like
If you ask me, if you ask
won't like my
me-
answer.
Why? Who's there?
Yeah.
Saka.
Yeah lah.
actually, honestly, I was going to go with Saka also. So I think like I brought
Bowen?
in like
Bowen
Uh,
or
Also,
Sheffield?
Palmer also can, I think. Interesting.
I'll
Palmer
probably
just
go
be
with Saka
Arsenal.
at home.
People won't
Palmer
won't,
just-
won't captain Palmer because he cost what 5 million when they bought him. But I think
Yeah,
Palmer
true.
could be an interesting captain option also.
No, I think
My
with Fulham
vice would
coming
be
back.
Watkins.
I think my vice would be Palmer. Since you tell me to do a first half
Yeah.
vice, right? I'll do Palmer.
My Watkins. My vice is Watkins. He's playing on the first field. So. Watkins away to Everton. Not the best, but just vice. My captain will be Man City. Alvarez or Haaland.
Okay.
Ano?
Nice.
Saka.
Yeah, no, I was saying like I
Saka.
probably put my captaincy on Saka, and then vice captaincy on Bowen, for now.
Can't believe
Not
you-
heeding
you
your
guys
advice,
are captain
but-
Sa- I can't believe
but-
Anna is going to captain Saka.
I
Well,
can't
captain
believe
Trent,
that.
bro.
I thought it was only
I
Captain
said
Trent.
for now. We don't know who's my replacement for
Trent,
Son
Trent.
and Salah yet, so that might change.
Yeah, that's true. Should we?
But
okay,
to be
who are
fair,
you, who are you replacing?
I actually captained Saka once in this season before. I think
Okay,
at the
let's
start
just go
of,
to your
like,
team, bro.
Game week
Ano,
3
ano.
or game
Who are
week
you?
4.
Who are you getting for Salah and Son? So you have both Salah and Son. You have Saka, Palmer, and Bowen. So who are you buying? Why don't you tell everyone?
Yeah, no. So I put up a poll this morning, right? Like,
Bruno.
and then our dear friend here casually voted. What's his name? Bruno Fernandes.
No gun.
But yeah, at the back of my head, I'm having like I know I put there Jota. I didn't put DS as an option, but after thinking through in the afternoon, I probably get Salah to DS. And then my second one, I wanted to bring in Richarlison for Son, like a like for like replacement, but I'm kind of not feeling that, and I feel that I need some points in the bank if I want to bring in Haaland. So I'm leaning closer towards Pascal Gross for Brighton's fixtures and for the price point and for the fact that there's no one else in this Brighton team to play, and I think Gross will be integral in anything that positive that they want to do moving forward. So that's my two moves right now at the back of my head, DS and Gross.
Okay, Gross is good actually. I think this morning he got a bit unlucky. He got a lot. His stats was good, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, still a long way to go. Plenty of time to make the wrong decision.
Always
Alright,
hoping for the
next
worst. Huh?
I think that's it. Okay, so
No,
okay,
I
so
think
announcement.
we can answer Jar's question. Possible to hit top 100k from
Okay.
1.8 million. I think that could be a question that we answer. As in
Okay,
the rest
answer
are there could be as in we asked for non FPL questions as well for this one, but we're gonna address it later. But I think the Jar's one, I think we can address it now. I think yes, you can still hit top 100k from 1.8 million, because I think it's just a matter of consistency. You just every week you just have to be disciplined enough to follow the news, make sure that you set up your team right every week. You don't have to make such radical moves. Like you don't have to make like radical moves to get like 5-6 differentials in your team, right? Maybe
Yeah.
if you need to, maybe
Luqman.
have 1 or 2 differentials in your team, right? But I think the consistency is the key, right? And towards the end, from experience, your rank will generally go lower and lower and lower. 100k is a bit difficult. Like I think right now the number of players playing the game has increased, right? Or 1.8 million could be like a 500k, like 4 seasons ago, right? But I think just consistency in keeping up your team, making sure that like players who are injured, players who are not playing in the AFCON, especially AFCON, I think a lot of like dead teams are don't change their team, they don't take Salah out, Sun out, right? So you would see your rank going up slowly, lah. So I think it's still possible to hit top 100k from 1.8 million.
I think if there's
Agree.
just to add on, right? If there's anything I learned, right, like is to build a team around template first, like a huge template team. So even though you feel like you might not be getting ahead of anyone by going template, I think the only people who should not say the only people are, but the people who should be more concerned about the differential moves is the people closer to the top of the leagues. Right, so if you're like 200k, 300k, and you want to push up to like 100k, that's when you want to think about your differential. But otherwise, I think the main aim. I mean, I know you have one wild card left. You don't have your any of your chips. You use them in your first, second, third game week, right, Jar? So
Is
I
it?
think, yeah, I think you did that. I think if you want a wild card now, you could. I mean, if you're thinking of wild carding, you should aim for a template team that can guarantee you your points and slowly climb the table first, and then like week in week out, think of a differential that you think can help you push forward.
Yeah.
So I think like that was where I was quite shocked with Luqman's team lah. Like instead of going for like a template plus one differential, he went for like 3 or 4
I'm going for
differential
the-
and go. So
Going for
go
the
big,
win,
go
bro.
home.
Radical, radical.
I'd rather
Yeah.
finish 2 million. No, actually, no.
You need to call yourself the radical one. Next one,
Yeah.
next spot.
I can always walk out again. If everything just crumbles, right? I can always use my second walk out. But anyway, yeah, you can definitely can. I think last year World Cup, right? I'm pretty sure it was 1 million plus, but I finished inside the 100k. I think ABK also, right?
Yep.
World Cup, you're quite high, also, right?
I
You
see. I
finished
didn't
inside
finish. I
100K,
finished just right outside the 100k. I think last season.
Oh, just
Yeah.
outside. Okay, it's possible lah. Okay, anyway, announcement. We want to announce, bro. ABK. Oh no.
You announce.
Yeah, so I'm not new to the pod, but the two gentlemen here have been running this pod consistently, week in, week out. And we're closing in on episode 100 of this FPL Kopi Talk series. And I think we have a very special episode planned out for episode 100. So some of the questions that you asked, I mean, we this time around, I think Luqman asked a question saying that you can ask non-FPL related questions. You got quite a couple of interesting ones, like who you think finish in the top 4, what's the plan for FPL Kopi Talks in 3 to 5 years. Sounds like an interview question, but we'll address this in episode 100. So episode 100, you get to know us a little bit better. We play some games. We'll take a break from. I mean, we'll still talk a bit about FPL, but it won't be about game weeks. It won't be about stats. It'll probably be about how we started, how we got to know each other. It'll be an interesting episode, and we'll address some of these questions that you've posted out in that episode as well. And in the coming week, we'll be recording the special episode this Saturday. So we will be
Asking
sending out
question
again, asking questions again. Like, so ask all your wildest question, like how Luqman deems himself as the sensible one, how ABK signed
You
up
can
for a lifetime of Toman as a Arsenal loyalist.
and you can even like ask like non-FPL, non-football questions. I mean, we also get a question
Personal.
on Singapore football. Like, just open up because this is the only time we're gonna talk about it. Like, if you're gonna ask me like, what's my what I
What
don't
do
know
you do for a
what
living?
what do I do for a living or whatever. Right? I won't answer in a normal FPL pod lah. But this episode 100, this is the chance that you probably. I mean, with reason lah, with reason lah. We won't tell you like I don't know too intimate details lah, but. Within reason,
Alright.
we'll answer the question. So personal questions
Okay,
also
but
are welcome also.
okay, but when are we gonna upload it? We will discuss. You want to discuss now or discuss off pod? It's
We'll
quite late.
we'll we'll uh, we'll we'll
Okay,
we'll
I think
release it
I
on
think
episode 100. Yeah.
Okay.
one of the things that we also pondering about is to one of the things that we were talking about like me and Luqman, we met up the other day. We were talking about we always spot after the game week ends, but a lot of news catches up just before the deadline. So we also considering a move to do a shorter pot just before the game week starts lah. So just before the transfer deadline. So that's in the pipeline. We'll try this week because we've got what you call that? We got quite a big break here. So whatever we're
Yeah.
discussing here, we're not discussing our teams today, but we will discuss our teams just before maybe 1 or 2 days before the game week deadline lah. And then there will be episode 99, and then you get out to hear us in the long 10-day game week 21 on episode 100. Right.
Yep.
Okay.
I think that.
Yeah. So okay. So okay, we confirm now. So we will pod next week Wednesday night. ABK, can you make it?
I'm not sure. I haven't really looked at it because I was still busy.
Okay. So we'll upload
But,
that pod.
anyway, both of you
next
can make
week.
it, right?
Yeah. So we'll
Yeah.
upload that pod next week, and then 100 we will upload it maybe after the game week start lah. 13 next on the 13 maybe after like a Sunday or Monday, right?
Yep.
And also
Okay.
FYI, right? We actually me and ABK actually recorded an introduction pod like 2 years ago, 8 January 2022, and we didn't number that pod lah. So actually, right by right, it's
Is
actually
it?
episode 100 next.
I didn't know.
Right?
I don't know.
Technically,
Yeah.
yeah, we
Technicality,
actually recorded. If you guys want to listen like 2 years ago, go ahead, bro. Just
Yeah,
go
no, but that was like raw. I think like we were only talking two people among ourselves, and I think there was no listeners. Yeah. And it was great. I also want to mention it's crazy that actually when we first started, we didn't tell anyone about our pod at all. Like when we first started half a season, we didn't tell anyone about our pod at all.
Yeah.
But still, there was people joining our league. So that means people
Organic growth.
still like really like I don't know how they found us.
Twitter
I think
Twitter lah.
Twitter
Spotify,
or something, right? I think notably in our league, I think there was like Russell and Leonard. I think there was two guys. Yeah, so
OGs lah.
those two guys are OGs. I don't think they
Oh, Russell
contribute
asked.
much.
Russell asked a question, non-FPL question, I think.
Did he?
I
Yeah,
think he
yeah.
did.
But anyway, like those two guys are quite the OG
Okay.
guys.
Anyway.
Sorry. Speaking of Russell, he actually asked a question we didn't answer. Is it justifiable to sell Sun to Foden for a minus? Okay, we'll answer this next week lah, cause there's still time. Whatever. Sorry. Okay. Continue.
Anyway, just before
shall we just wrap up?
before
Wrap
we end, before we wrap up, I think let's go to the there's two things. So we
Mini-league?
won't be going through
Oh.
teams today, right? I think we
Yeah.
agree on that. But I just want a quick question for you guys. Like I know I want to keep my wild card a bit later, but right now, if you look at my team, I've got 4 red flags and 2
Who
yellow flags. So I
Who are
have
they?
Kabore, Simika, Salah, Sun, right? And then I have Trippier and Johnston. So I mean Trippier is also a doubt in my defensive position.
He could
So
be
I
back
don't
lah.
have any other defensive backup. I could go with a -8 because right now I need to do a -4 with Sun and Salah, right? Or I could go with a -8, or I could just hold it out with just a -4 and then
-12.
take the 0 points. Or
I
I could
say
go with my wild card. So that's at the back of my head right now.
I say
Yeah.
-4. Just do a -4, and then you
And then-
work
I think
on
Trippier
it.
will be back. Trippier
Yeah,
might be
yeah.
back. You never know. So
Hopefully
Salah and
lah,
Son
but
out lah.
yeah.
Salah
So
and
depends on that lah. So it's still itching at the back of my head lah.
I'm not a fan of wildcarding, especially after you got a 100-point haul.
Yeah.
No, don't walk up, bro. Never walk up because there's doubles. I think
Yeah.
as soon as game week 25, there could be a double. You never know. So yeah, I never walk. Don't walk up lah. Wait until
Never walk
later
out.
on.
Never.
Never.
Don't walk out.
Don't use the
Keep
never
it,
walk
bro.
out.
Get 100
Hard
bonus
mode,
bro.
point at the end of the
No
season.
walk out.
Use it in game week 37. We'll leave it towards the end. Okay, anyway, I'm just kidding. Can you just quick mini league? Let's do mini league.
No,
Off
go
the
off the
menu?
menu.
Shout out.
Off the menu, no?
Oh, sorry. Okay, quickly do off the menu, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
we're just gonna do
we
quickly
had
because
this.
like change.
Yeah, quick one. We had this
Oh yeah. Sorry.
3 week
Okay,
three
your
week change of format from 1 game week to 3 game week of the mini pick, and I think the community did really well. Let me just read out the charts. In fourth place with whopping 0 points, ABK's pick of Luke Shaw.
Who got
Right,
injured
so he
again?
didn't- He got
I don't know
injured
how.
again. He didn't get
Yeah,
any
so this is what
points.
I want to say. Like I want to ask you guys, who's your favorite player in Liverpool? I want to pick him for the off the menu pick.
But you can go with Salah. You can pick him for the next 3 game weeks. I'll give you that.
So Salah is on the menu, bro. Right. Maybe
Anyway,
Diaz or what?
yeah, so that's-
Luis Diaz, I think. Luis Diaz could be could be my pick.
Yeah, and then I think Luqman went with Andres Pereira from Fulham, and I think he missed Soli from Jimenez's absence, and he hauled only 4 points. So that's in number 3. In number 2, Leon Bailey returned 12 points, right, with some solid performance for Aston Villa. So the community went with Leon Bailey, 12 points. And in number 1 place, drum roll, we've got Richarlison with 17 points, picked by yours truly. So anyway,
How it works.
congratulations to me.
Congrats to you, bro. Congrats.
So
Yeah,
so we're
and then
gonna
I think-
assign 3 points to the winner, the top,
Yes.
which is
So the
you,
winner's
and
gonna
then
get
2
3
points,
points.
to
2
the
points.
community, and then 1 point to Luqman. And then we're also going to introduce this bonus point system. The way that FPL has bonus points, we're also going to introduce it here. So if you get
Yeah.
10 points and above, that's an additional plus 1 point for you. Right, and
Every
if you
block
get
of 10.
every block of 10. So if you got
Yeah,
20
so
points, you get plus 2 points for the total
Yeah.
tally, basically. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we haven't really put it in an Excel sheet yet, but I think kind of equal everyone at the moment with Anwar. I think Anwar is maybe leading by a far margin, but I think at the moment community is catching up with me and Luqman. Yeah, because the community started late also. So it's going to be interesting new way of we're going to
Wait.
frame this of the menu.
So we restart the scoring from now. What?
No lah. Just continue on the tally lah. Yeah.
Alright.
Yep.
Shall we? Okay. So the next one we'll pick.
This
next
guy
week,
like
okay,
losing
before
already,
the-
then he asked to restart the tally.
No, because you said the community start late, right? So maybe to make it fair.
To be fair,
the committee is caught up with us already, I
What?
think. With their 3 points, 2 points, and plus 1 point
Yeah,
for
that's
Bailey.
true, Okay. Let's move on to mini league. Before we go on mini league, right, let's shout out to Alvin. He got top in Singapore for this game week. He had 110 points. So he's
This is LC,
he
right?
actually did. Yeah,
Yeah.
Alvin Choi.
Yeah.
LC. FPL Milo Dino lah, his team name. So he did Colville to Trent, Gordon to Foden. So how he got 110 points? He got Ariola. His
Captain
defense got
Salah,
0-2-0. Yeah, 0-2-0 is defense. Trent, Porro and Saliba. But the rest of his team, right? Richarlison, Captain Salah, Saka, Foden, Palmer, Cunha, 12 points, and Watkins. So yeah, that's a
Cunha.
monster.
Legend,
How did
bro.
Cunha get 12 points?
Well done, well
Yeah,
done.
anyway, so basically he went from 1.4 million to 680k. So it gives us hope, man, that you can monster it. Like he more than half his rank with one monster week. Congrats, bro. Keep it up. So anyway, mini league, right? So let's move on. So top 3 we have third place Team Sinan with the team Sobos laying it. In second place, Derek with the team name Derek Fantasy, and at first place a decent week by Lemon. He went from
Sunshiny
2.3 to 1.1k. So decent greens, 97 points. So his team, he actually made a Trippier to Walker. That's an interesting transfer because I didn't even consider Walker in my wildcard, but he brought him in. So his team name is his team is Ariola, Trent, Saliba, Walker. So Walker has played every single minute so far in the season. That's crazy, But his
Time for a rest,
his ceiling is 6 points. He doesn't get any attacking returns, 6 or 2, because they only concede 1 goal. So Captain Salah, Richarlison, Palmer, Saka, Solanke, Darwin, Watkins, Turner. He benched Gordon, Taylor, and Robinson. Keep out the goal, bro. He's up to 1.1k lah, 1k. But he's 12 in Singapore, so he's still got to catch up in Singapore. So yeah,
Yep.
I'll wrap it up. ABK.
Yep. So if you haven't already joined our Telegram channel, we give out the Premier League jersey of choice to the season winner of our league. So we administer it in our Telegram channel. You may find the league code at the Telegram channel, and this is where we also administer this league, and we also interact with the community.
Yep. And once again, I think there's quite a number of regulars who's constantly liking our posts on Instagram. It'd be useful if you guys could help us to get us a bit more of an outreach there. And also, like, I mean, we're not so active on TikTok, but we're looking at going into there and potentially doing some live episodes on TikTok as well. So that's in the pipeline. Yep. All our links to our social embedded in the description below.
Okay, so just to recap, we are recording this Saturday evening, so I'll post out another post to ask your personal / non-FPL questions. Then we'll still that is episode 100. Our next episode is 99. So we'll pod again next Wednesday night. We won't review any games. We'll talk about our teams. Hopefully all three of us will be there. Then after that, I think after game week 21 start, then we'll post 100. Right? What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday, or Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see how lah. But yeah, we'll record on this Saturday, but we'll post it after 99, episode 99. Anyway, you guys know the routine. Just any questions, just talk on our Telegram. Anyway, thank you ABK for the pod.
Thanks everyone. Yep.
Thank you Anwar.
Great to be back, and I'm really looking forward to pod for episode 100, guys.
And
Thank you.
thank you for everyone listening. We're FPL Kopi Talk signing out.
Happy New Year.
You're listening to FPL Kopi Talks. Right here. Right now.